and on this week's edition of the BLAST Newscast.
We are live from the Warren Dunes State Park here in Michigan, and we're going to showcase some of the fun stuff you can do here while you're up here. I'm Jacob Pyle, and we'll have that story coming up.
Slight chance of thunderstorms makes way for beautiful weather for the remainder of our week. I'm Bryan Bookout, and I'll have further details in this week's weather forecast.
Those stories and a whole lot more can be seen on this week's edition of the BLAST Newscast.
For the week of June 25th, 2013.
And now, coming to you live this week from Warren Dunes State Park in Michigan, Jacob Pyle. And also, coming to you live from our studios in Sharpsville, Indiana, Dustin Clifton and Rachel Keller.
Thank you, Chris Henry. Hello and welcome to the BLAST Newscast. I'm Rachel Keller.
And I'm Dustin Clifton. Jacob Pyle is live from Warren Dunes State Park in Michigan, and we'll be live from there in a little bit. Warren Dunes State Park has a lot of interesting things to see and do. Hiking, skiing, swimming, camping, you name it, they got it.
Anyway, Team BLAST went to Warren Dunes State Park last week, and in case you missed out, we have some live footage from Warren Dunes State Park for you to be able to enjoy. Here is some more live footage from Warren Dunes State Park is my BLAST Newscast co-anchor, Jacob Pyle. Hey, Jacob.
Hey, Rachel and Dustin. Yes, I am actually here at Warren Dunes State Park. I'm at the top of one of the famous dunes. Yes, it was a long walk up here. It was so steep, but I was able to make it. Well, walking up the dunes is one thing. It's also very interesting how all the other activities there are. And here to give us a little something about all the stuff that happens here at Warren Dunes State Park is our BLAST Newscast reporter, Trenton Byers.
Thanks, Jacob. Welcome to Warren Dunes State Park. If you love spending time outdoors, you'll never be bored here. We, as Team BLAST, is visiting the place right now to kind of give you an idea about what Warren Dunes State Park has to offer. If you like hiking, this is the place to be. The hiking trail at Warren Dunes State Park has about 6 miles of winding trails, which I must say is a long travel. However, if hiking isn't really your cup of tea, try going to the beach house where you can be able to go swimming and have a fun time. For little kids who are visiting the park, we have a nice playground. And of course, Warren Dunes State Park won't be complete without the dunes. Of course. Some people like to go sledding while professionals use these slopes to go cross-country hiking, skiing, sorry. So we hope that throughout this week's newscast, you get to see all of the fun stuff that is happening here at Warren Dunes State Park. For Team BLAST Newscasts, I'm Trenton Byers.
Thank you, Trenton, for the report. A little later in the newscast, we're going to show you some more footage from Warren Dunes State Park. Among other things, a walk down the river, my struggling walk up towards one of the biggest sand dunes ever, and some other fun stuff as well. You don't want to miss it. Alright, we'll send it back to the studio.
Jacob Pyle live from Warren Dunes State Park in Michigan. Thanks, Jacob. We'll have more from Jacob later in the newscast, but for right now, here with this week's Team BLAST announcements is our BLAST Newscast headline reporter, J.R. Clifton.
Thank you, Rachel. Hello, everyone. Here's our Team BLAST announcements for this week. The BLAST Newscast is looking for some additional help for the upcoming 2013-2014 school year. If you think you have what it takes to be on the BLAST Newscast, like Jacob Pyle, no. It will be first come, first serve basis, and once the 2 vacancies are gone, it'll be too late. So, if you have any questions or want more information, see Jacob Pyle before or after Team BLAST. or message him on Facebook. On July the 4th, Team Blast is going to go to Oasis Community Church at Tipton to watch fireworks. Hot dogs and drinks will be provided. The event is free and anyone is welcome to come. Weather will be permitting, though I must say I will not be there. A reminder to all that campers who have paid their camp fees in full that we will be leaving for Panama City Beach, Florida for Big Stuff Church Camp on July 23rd. Please bring extra sunscreen, plenty of snacks, and bottled water, modest clothing, and your good attitude with you on this trip. We will return on July the 29th. Be ready and be set for a good time. And finally, on September 25th, Team Blast is going to be leaving for College for a Weekend at Liberty University. It's an awesome event. This event is open to anyone 16 years of age or older. The cost will be $60, which will cover meals once you are on campus, a concert, skating, sleeping in a student's dorm, and much, much more. You will have to provide extra spending money for souvenirs and your meals to and from the campus. We will return from Virginia on September the 29th. Be ready and be set for a fun time. Those are our announcements for this week. I'll be back at the end of the newscast with a preview of what you will see on next week's edition. But for now, I'm Jared Clifton.
Thanks, JR. And now it's time for our weather. Filling in for Levi Bennington is our rain or shine weatherman, Bryan. Bookout.
Thank you, Dustin. Hello, everybody. We will be expecting chances of rain for today, but if you have any outdoor plans, I suggest bringing an umbrella. Will it be like the severe weather event that we saw last week? Not really. In fact, it's going to be a slim chance. So far today, expect a 30% chance of thunderstorms with a high of 81 degrees and a low of 56 degrees. Tomorrow, expect sunny skies with a high of 79 degrees and a low of 57 degrees. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week, whatever you do. I'm Bryan Bookout, and that's today's weather.
The BLAST Newscast now has its own official website. It's at www.blastnewscast.weebly.com. Here you will find current episodes of the BLAST Newscast, catch up with past episodes of the newscast, get to know the people who make the BLAST Newscast possible, and even drop us a line with your questions, comments, suggestions, or ideas. As I said, it's all here at www.blastnewscast.weebly.com. That's www.blastnewscast.weebly.com. See you there.
And now, here's Team Blast's own Jacob Pyle.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make her the cutest that I've ever seen. Give her 2 lips like roses and clover. Then tell her that her lonesome nights are over. Mr. Sandman, I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Sandman, bring me a dream. Give her a pair of eyes with a cool gleam. Give her a lonely heart like Pagliacci, and lots of wavy hair like Liberace. Mr. Sandman, someone to hold. Wouldn't be so peachy before what you hold. So please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Hey, looking for something to do on a weekday afternoon? Come up and join us for Team Blast. Our address is 210 South Main Street here in Sharpsville, Indiana, 46068. Anyone 6th grade or older is welcome. We're open after school on Mondays and Wednesdays through Friday from 3 to 6, and Tuesdays from 3 to 9, with Tuesday service from 6:30 to 8:30. Come join us, won't you?
And now, with a look at what you'll be seeing on next week's newscast is our Blast Newscast headline reporter, J.R. Clifton.
Thanks, Dustin. On next week's edition of the Blast Newscast, we are going to begin a two-part special report on an important anniversary, the anniversary of the founding of this great country. And in part one of our special report, we are going to take a look at America's past, give you a history about what made this country the way it is, including how the flag and the Pledge of Allegiance, among other things, became standards to American life. Join us as the Blast Newscast presents part one of our special report, Happy Birthday, USA, America's past and present. That's coming up on next week's edition of the Blast Newscast. I'm Jared Clifton, and we'll see you then.
Thank you, JR. And with that will be it for this week. Thank you for joining us. I'm Rachel Keller.
And I'm Dustin Clifton. Good night from Team Blast, and good night to you, Jacob.
Good night, Rachel and Dustin. I hope you had a lot of fun here at Warren Dunes State Park today. Hey, I see a lot of people down in the water. As they say, hey, if you can't beat them, join them. I'm Jacob Pyle, live from Warren Dunes State Park in Michigan. And until next week, good night, and God bless my friends.
This is Chris Henry speaking for the BLAST Newscast. This program has been pre-recorded.